In the heart of a vast African savanna, nestled between towering jungles, lay a quiet village. Life was peaceful here, with farmers tending to their crops, traders selling their wares, and children running freely across the dusty paths. Among the villagers was a man named Adamu, humble, diligent, and known for his unwavering dedication to his farm. But this peace was soon shattered. A terrifying creature, half beast, half shadow, began to haunt the neighboring villages, destroying homes and kidnapping livestock. King Obadel, ruler of the land, sent his bravest knights to stop the creature. But time and time again, they returned empty-handed, defeated and afraid. The villagers whispered of the cowardice of the king's men. The beast was no ordinary enemy. It was a force of nature, and no warrior could stand against it. Adamu, a mere farmer, watched in frustration as the knights returned in shame. He was not a fighter, but he could not stand by while his people suffered. With a heart full of courage, Adamu went to the palace and requested an audience with the king.
Your Majesty, allow me to face this beast. I may be a farmer, but I will not let fear stop me.
Adamu said, bowing before the king. King Obadele chuckled at first.
A farmer? Defeat the beast. My bravest warriors have tried and failed. What hope do you have?
But when the knights failed again and again, the king had no choice. In desperation, he granted Adamu permission.
Take whatever you need from the royal armory.
The king commanded.
And may the gods protect you.
But Adamu was no fool. The heavy shields and iron-clad weapons were too cumbersome for a farmer. He took only a sword, a bow, and a few arrows. He trusted his skill, not the weight of metal. With the king's reluctant blessing, Adamu set off into the wilds. He wandered from village to village, tracking the creature. But every time he arrived, the beast had vanished, leaving only destruction in its wake. One day, deep in the heart of the jungle, Adamu met an ancient wizard named Duma. The wizard, with eyes that seemed to hold the wisdom of centuries, spoke softly.
Adamu, the gods have chosen you. But before you can face the beast, you must prove yourself worthy. You must bring an offering, 2 short, fat snakes, and a female goat.
Perplexed but undeterred, Adamu returned to his farm. He knew the jungle well and he had a plan. He gathered his chickens, placing them in the middle of his field, and then climbed a tall tree to wait. Hours passed, and then snakes slithered out of the undergrowth, drawn by the scent of the chickens. Adamu struck with precision, slaying them one by one. But none were the short, fat snake he needed. Just as he was about to lose hope, there it was, one last snake, fat and short, slowly approaching. Adamu swiftly killed it, his sword flashing in the sunlight. He collected the snakes and selected one of his finest female goats, placing them in the special bag given to him by Duma. The next day, Adamu returned to the wizard. Duma performed a sacred ritual, and the air around them seemed to hum with energy.
The gods have spoken, Adamu. They have foreseen the beast's next attack. Go to the village of Quito, and there you will confront your destiny.
Adamu traveled to Quito, and as night fell, he hid in the shadows, waiting for the beast. The air was thick with tension. Suddenly, the ground trembled, and a monstrous roar echoed through the village. The beast had arrived. Adamu leapt from his hiding place, sword drawn. The beast was more fearsome than he had imagined, towering with glowing eyes and scales like iron. It lunged at him, but Adamu was quick. He rolled to the side, firing an arrow that struck the beast's side. The battle was fierce. Adamu's sword clashed against the beast's claws, and for a moment, it seemed as though the creature would overpower him. But Adamu remembered the words of Duma. The gods were with him. With a final powerful strike, Adamu drove his sword deep into the beast's heart. The creature let out a terrible cry before collapsing to the ground, lifeless. The village of Quito erupted into cheers. The beast was slain, and peace was restored. Word of Adamu's victory spread quickly. King Obadeli, once doubtful of the farmer's abilities, now stood before the entire kingdom, humbled.
Adamu, you have done what no knight could. You are no longer just a farmer. From this day forward, you shall be captain of my knights.
Adamu bowed, but in his heart he remained the same, a humble farmer driven by courage and the will of the gods. And so, Adamu the secret beast slayer became a legend. His story, one of bravery, determination, and divine favor, would be told for generations to come. And that, my friends, is the story of Adamu the secret beast slayer. If you enjoyed this tale, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to StoryzSparks for more amazing African-inspired adventures.